This is the Sony A7 IV, and it is the camera that I've been using for the last year for all my content creation. I could say without a shadow of a doubt that this is the best hybrid camera under $3,000. So if you're in the market for a new camera in 2023, here's why I believe that it should be none other than the Sony A7 IV. When I began to start planning out this YouTube channel based around tech, I knew that I needed to use an actual camera to deliver the quality of videos I envision myself doing and what I've seen from other creators on the platform as well. So I did what any inspiring creator would do and took to YouTube to see what camera my favorite creators were using at the time. One camera that kept coming up was the Sony A7S III. After watching several reviews, this was the camera to have to make top-notch videos. I was sold. That is, until I went online to place my order and was hit with that sticker shock. Not only that, but due to the pandemic at the time, there was a shortage of Sony A7S III as well. So I went back to the drawing board. I knew that I wanted a camera that would not only deliver amazing video quality, but also allow me to take great pictures as well, whether that be for product photography or for thumbnails. Oh, those thumbnails. Luckily, at that time, Sony announced the Sony A7 IV, Sony's hybrid camera that was going to be good at both taking pictures and recording videos. It was exactly what I wanted. Starting off with the photography aspect of the camera, it comes with a 33 megapixel full frame sensor and is powered by the next gen Beyond XR processing engine. Now, I won't go over the photo specs of the A7 IV. If you're looking for a more technical breakdown, there are those on this platform that are far more qualified and experienced than I am. What I will do is throw up a couple of pictures so you can see the quality of photos for yourself. I believe that the A7 IV takes really good pictures with amazing quality and can be used for multiple scenarios. I am by no means a photographer, but I'm really enjoying learning how to take different style pictures and learning the different technical points needed to compose those photos. If you want to follow along with me on my journey, you can always follow me on Instagram at Raymond_Mercedes without the S at the end. That is where I'll be posting most of my photos, and it would be great to get some feedback from you guys there as well. Then there's the primary reason I got this camera, which is for the video recording capabilities. As I said earlier, the Sony A7 IV has a 33 megapixel full frame sensor that records 4K that's being downsampled from 7K, which helps it produce really sharp and clear videos. It's able to record 4K in 24, 30, and 60 frames per second. Although at 60 frames per second, you have a 1.5 times crop. Me personally, I record my videos at 24 frames per second, and the times that I've used 4K 60 hasn't really been an issue for me. Now, that could be because that's all I've known in my content creation journey. Of course, anyone would prefer to have 4K 60 without any crop. And maybe in the future, when I get my second camera body that has that ability, I will see what I've been missing. But until then, I'm perfectly fine. The A7 IV also shoots 120 frames per second at 1080p, but I haven't had a project where I've needed to or wanted to shoot at that frame rate yet. The Sony A7 IV comes with several new features that either first came out on the A7 IV or are still only on the A7 IV. Like breathing comprehension, which is when you're racking focus, it may appear that your focal length is changing. This feature eliminates that with a slight crop. But the kicker is, it only works with first-party Sony lenses, which I don't have. So I'm unable to take advantage of this feature at the moment, but maybe in the near future. Sony? There's also focus mapping, which will help you identify what's in focus. Whatever you have in focus doesn't have any coloring over it, and what's in front of the focus will be red, what's behind it would be blue. This is another feature that I haven't used as much, but it's easy to see how it would be helpful. Then there's S-Cinetone, which is the picture profile that was built to resemble the Sony Venice cinematic look. Here's a clip of the standard picture profile on the left and the S-Cinetone profile on the right. Which of the two do you think looks better? Comment down below. This is yet another feature that I haven't used, but now that I'm getting more comfortable with the camera and my workflow, I will definitely start to experiment some more. Not to be forgotten are some of the improvements made to the Sony A7 IV over the Sony A7 III, like the improvements to the autofocus which now has 759 points that enables it to have 94% coverage. The autofocus on this camera is amazing, something that I can say I haven't had any issues with over the last year, and it is one of the best selling points of this camera for solo creators like myself. What else can the A7 IV throw at you? Well, what about no record limits? I didn't even know that was a thing prior to getting this camera, and in my opinion, a camera that hinders you with a record limit is a huge letdown. While I might not be doing any long form content like interviews or documentaries that may take hours of continuous recording, I believe any friction that you can avoid in the creative process is something that you should definitely do. To ensure that you don't run into any issues while recording with your A7 IV, all you need to do is go into your settings and adjust the auto power off temperature setting from standard to high, and you should be able to record for extended periods of time without any issue. All this to say that I've been using just a fraction of the camera's capabilities, and I've still been able to produce great video content in my opinion. Now, as I continue to use more features and improve my skill set, it can only get better from here. So for a camera that costs $2,500 for just the body, or $2,800 with the kit lens, it comes packed with amazing features for photography, like the 33 megapixel full frame sensor, 15 stops of dynamic range, and up to 10 frames per second shooting to capture every moment. And for videography, it comes with brand new features like breathing comprehension, focus mapping, and a cinetone to help you not only record each moment as it happens, but with crystal clear clarity and sharpness not really seen often in a camera of this budget. The Sony A7 IV is one of the best hybrid cameras at its price point, but what about the experience of actually using it? From when I first purchased it until now, I can say that it's been an incredible tool I've used in my content creation, which I believe will continue to grow with me and teach me new things day in and day out. With amazing video quality, the ability to take stunning photos, easy to use and handle, the Sony A7 IV was that camera at its price range in 2022. And in 2023, it continues to be the camera to beat. If you made it to this part in the video, thank you. You're awesome. And if you'd like to help the channel out, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.